Now to things heating up in primary election results. Several key wins for candidates endorsed by former President Trump from South Carolina to Nevada, North Dakota, and Maine. Trump-backed candidates proved Mar-a-Lago is still an important stop on the way to victory. However, the former president did suffer one notable loss. Joe Khalil is breaking down all of the results from Capitol Hill. Joe?
Yeah, Adrienne, good morning. So that's the storyline that we've been following, is how much does the Trump endorsement still matter? How much influence does he still have in these races? And if you're looking at that through that lens, then you're right. Last night, President Trump had a pretty good night with one notable exception. So let's get right into it. Let's start in South Carolina. The race that the former president seemed to be most interested in was Congressman Tom Rice's seat. Rice, a bona fide, staunch conservative Republican. He was one of 10, however, to vote to impeach President Trump. That's the cardinal sin. So the former president endorsed his challenger, Russell Fry, who won pretty handily. Now, Rice's impeachment vote did become a central focus in this campaign. Clearly, voters in that district made him pay for it. So the other big race that we were watching was Congresswoman Nancy Mace's seat there, whose criticism of the former president prompted him to back her challenger as well. But Mace's district, a bit more moderate than Rice's. She defeated her challenger, so she's going to be on the ballot come November. All right, let's head over to Nevada now. Trump's picks there, they swept their primaries. They had a great night. Adam Laxalt beat the GOP establishment's guy, so he's going to be the Republican nominee for Senate to challenge Democrat Catherine Cortez Masto. This is a crucial U.S. Senate seat that the GOP thinks they can flip red. In the governor's race there, former Clark County Sheriff, Republican Joe Lombardo, he went on to win, so he's going to face the incumbent Democratic governor, Steve Sisolak, in November. And Jim Marchant, who really built his campaign on the idea that the 2020 election was stolen, he won his GOP primary for Secretary of State, so he could actually be in charge of elections in Nevada. Now, on the Democratic side there, we should also mention Congresswoman Dina Titus beat her more progressive primary challenger, who's a former Bernie Sanders campaign chair. So important to note there. And down in Texas, we had a special election to fill retiring Democratic Congressman Filemon Vela's seat. Republican Mira Flores actually was able to flip that seat red. Big deal. So she's going to come to Washington, but she's only going to be here until the end of the year. Redistricting is actually changing the maps in that region of Texas. So she's going to have an entirely new race, an entirely new district to run in come November. But certainly an interesting one to watch there, one that Republicans keyed in on, spent a lot of money, and they ultimately flipped that seat. Adrienne.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.